morning. We did not get as much snow as I thought we were going to. If you watched the 8K extra yesterday that I made last night, well, I guess you would have watched it this morning because it finally kicked into 8K and I was able to release it on YouTube. Once again, I have a tendency to ramble and get into details that nobody cares about, so let's leave that alone. Our carrot pad is completely covered over with snow right now. We did not get a sunrise this morning. There will not be a rollback because the 8K extra, was the rollback. Okay, now we have the rest of the crane to try and get together today. There are basically just what you see right here left of the crane. And as near as I can tell, there's no more photo etch or anything like that. I don't have the manual here in front of me, but I can see it way over there by the spray booth. Okay, let's kind of roll back. What? I'm so used to saying that I automatically said it. Okay, let's just get into this. Should I reshoot this? No? Just leave it up? Okay. Yeah, I don't have outtakes. The outtakes are already in, right? Okay, let's see what we can do here today. Now, this is going to be the first time that I try to fit these zigzag pieces onto the boom part of our crane. And it's also the first time that I've had the manual upside down for myself and right side up for you. I was watching a kit review, I think it was with Jason and Model Kit stuff, and it seems to me, if I remember now, he had the manual right side up when he was explaining things, like right side up for the viewer. And I remember thinking how much more sense that made. Okay, now I want to get these right here. Maybe I should get my other glasses on. Okay. No, I don't have these labeled anymore, but we should be able to tell. Okay, there's a little thing right there. So let's just turn this one over, and there it is. Okay, so this thing here is this thing here. Okay, so we got it right. Now this one has to go the other way, so yeah, it's got a little pin right there, and I guess that pin is supposed to fit in. Let's put these the way they're supposed to go, even though it's different to the way the manual is. Okay, so this part here is obviously this piece right here. If I can pick it up. Okay, and that pin then will go into maybe I should move in a little bit. Okay, everything is pretty much the way it was, except I'm adding this little wheel here, L5, and a moment ago I was trying to think of where does it go, but you can sort of see on if I can get the light to reflect just right, and I don't know if I can, there's a little, you might say a cup or something molded on the side there, and I think the axle part of this, or the shaft part of this, I'm going to lose it, aren't I? Okay. It is supposed to fit in right there. This is going to be really difficult, I can tell already. Okay, let's get back to this piece right here. Okay, we got this one right to the world, you might say. So then if we turn this so that the drawing, it's right to the drawing, then I wonder, am I using the wrong tweezers here? Maybe I should be using Tony's. Now, is this thing supposed to swivel? Or is it supposed to be glued in place? Like, what is that? Yeah, what is this thing? You know, if we knew what it was, then we'd know how to position it. But it's obviously it's got something to do with. Okay, now this one will go. Oh. Okay, I've got it again. Okay, now, you know what? Maybe doing it on the manual is not a very good idea. The manual's kind of acting like a trampoline. Okay, we got that right. It might not be at the right rotation, but maybe it is supposed to rotate, but I don't know how we're going to be able to do this. Let's go real slowly here. I give up. Okay, that's sort of how this is supposed to go. And then these zigzag pieces. Okay, so this is L24. Let's get L24 here. Okay, here's L24. And it has to go okay, it goes, this part goes right there, so it has to turn. You know, I may have to do this off camera, folks. On the other hand, yeah, it has to go something like this. Maybe I should be putting these L pieces in before this piece here. Maybe I'll drop this back in its tin where I won't lose it. Okay, yeah, maybe if I was to take, okay, so we know that this one goes yeah, how would it be if we were to glue this in place like this? This almost appears to be bent. A little bit of flashing on there too. Well, that's okay. The glue will probably take care of that. Yeah, that has to go something like this. You know what? I'm going to have to do this off camera. Sorry. Okay, we're back. And, you know, I think there's only a total of 9 pieces on this part. There's four of these zigzag things, the 2 side pieces, and there's this piece, there's the wheel, and then when we move over to the right there's another wheel that goes up here somewhere. But I'm noticing that, well, first of all, I got to say that when I was looking at the plans for the Nelson, I was thinking how glad I was that I didn't have any photo etch to deal with and just plastic. Okay, now, there's a little notch right there. I'm just almost putting this into it. Okay, so this one has to go right there. How would it be if we start with the larger one, and glue it together like this? Okay, so then that would mean that this end here would go into this notch right here that I'm just touching right now. This little notch right there. And then I would, even though it doesn't show arrows, doesn't have arrows showing that this part will go here, this part will go here, this part will go here, and so on all the way along. I think that we are going to have to try and glue these pieces together. It's fairly straight, so it should work. This one here I thought was bent, but it's not. It's just a case of this piece up here has to go in this slot right here that I'm touching right now. I'm thinking out loud. I'm sorry. Did you want to come in a little closer? See what I'm doing? Okay, I'm using the self-locking tweezer here. It's the one that I've adjusted so it does not hold very tight. It just holds tight enough. Now, I think maybe I'm going to have to adjust it on the block here so that it presses down a little harder. Okay, now that's pretty much got it. Let's slip on the macro lens. Okay, I think, oh, for heaven's sakes, I bumped it. I had it perfect there almost, and then once again I tried to fine adjust. Okay. All right. Now let's not move anything. Let's just accept that the way it is the way it's going to be. And we'll get a little bit of the quick setting in there. I'm going to come in from the back. Once again, I'm just letting it meld. Okay, now I know it looks like there's a lot on there, but that's going to evaporate. Now, the only place I might have wanted to put a little bit more is right at the beginning here. that, my friends, is the latest on the rabbits. Now, I'm pretty sure that this joint is pretty strong. I'm guessing about, maybe 2 hours has passed here. And the reason I'm pretty sure it's strong is because I accidentally bumped this when I was setting up here. Not real bad, but bad enough to let me know that it's probably pretty strong. So I'm just going to be careful anyway when I remove this, if I can. Okay. Now, I think that the next best way to go, now I could put the one that is like this on the top here, but I think that it might be better to put it on after I get this piece mated up to it. That way I'll be able to, move it back and forth. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to remove our holding down tape here, and we're going to put this piece where it's supposed to go. Let's see, something like that. We'll have to get the manual out. Okay, what do we got here? 148. Okay, I'm going to call today's episode quits. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, so I quit early anyway. I'll probably go at this again this evening, all being well. And then tomorrow morning we'll have a rollback for sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.